how do you celebrate New Year's? So are there certain songs or dances that make it feel more like the holiday or put you in the right kind of mood? This is what I want to talk about. We look at rituals, we look at traditions, and how that both supports and shapes our culture. Think about this. All dance is charged with power. Yeah, even the most spontaneous movement, yippee, occurs as some part of a culturally shaped event. So let's take a look at that a little bit more. This idea of rituals, they guide our life and activities and dances. Okay. Think about other holidays we have. Like in the US, there's Thanksgiving. Well, what types of things make Thanksgiving the holiday? Is it a certain type of turkey, maybe some cranberries, certain activities we're gathered around together at the table? It's more celebrating family, thinking about what we're thankful for. So all of those different separate activities combine a holiday. And we refer to those as rituals. Like even as simple as what you do to wake up in the morning. Do you have certain music you play? Do you listen to inspirational meditations in the mornings? Do you have to do your bathroom ritual? All of those things combined together create the ritual of waking up. And hopefully you have another ritual for winding down at night. So now let's look at this idea of rituals. We call them clusters of actions, right? They're performed or executed in preparation of an event, like getting ready for a sporting event or a special evening, or maybe it's a wedding or a funeral or a birth. We think of rituals as symbols as well. Tahitians have a message through their dances. I am young, healthy, and vibrant. I know who and what I am. I am happy with myself. And that's the message coming from the dance and the music. Now, through the lens of culture, we want to explore some categories of rituals, and that will help shape or format how we go throughout the course and look at different music and dance forms in different cultures and help us understand what types of things we're looking at within a culture. The first category is communal, unity in the community. We're creating a togetherness. So this is developing the sense or the idea of community, camaraderie, collaboration. Types of dances you might see are large groups, easy steps that everyone can do. And the point is to promote unity. The next category is fertility. The idea of food or wealth. Maybe food is wealth. Think of the different types of spring celebrations, or sometimes even New Year's. We're celebrating health and wealth, and we're hoping for more health and wealth. Fertility also looks at future of the human race, having offspring, or ensuring that the family is going to continue. Also, that includes ideas for love or sexual attraction, mating. Every animal in nature has some sort of a mating ritual that they do, humans as well. When we were primarily agrarian societies, we needed to make sure we had food for the next year. Our next category is for ceremonies. These are rituals associated with joining a part of a society, like childhood to adulthood. Think of quinceañeras, sweet 16 parties, getting your driver's license, going on your first date, being able to vote. All of those combine together to make rituals of going from childhood to adulthood. You might also think about joining different organizations here on campus or in your future, joining professional organizations, joining service organizations. And those all have different rituals for being a part of those societies. Think about rituals associated with spirituality or a deity. We're praising or we're pleasing or we're trying to attain a higher sense of spirituality. Now, another one is competitive. And just as a side note, a lot of these rituals have some overlap. These are rituals that we might use to develop agility or strength or in preparation for a contest or a battle, such as sports. Different dances you will find all over represent types of competitive oriented. We have a lot of, like dance offs and dance circles and different ways that we look at showing our abilities. And then our next category is healing and funerals. At the two extremes of life. Rituals that we might do when we're not well to try to get better, and then rituals associated with when our time on earth is done. So think about this. Illness has just a few outcomes. You either get better, you live with the illness, or it becomes a fatal event. So all of these have different rituals associated with that process of disease and healing. You have shamans in various parts of the world that their primary function is to focus on healing rituals. Growing up, you probably had certain rituals you did when you had a cold or something like that. All right. And then we also have certain rituals associated with death and dying. Ways that we honor that person's life and allow ourselves time to mourn. Now, as we go throughout the course, we're going to be looking at dance and music. These are different parts of our culture that help us make sense out of life.